Hello to everybody, our dear subscribers. FutureTrend channel is back to you with every day's portion of analysis of major currencies, of how to trade them in current environment. And let's be true. The situation now really is quite dangerous, quite dramatic in the financial markets because of a rising risk aversion, because of continuing misunderstandings between the United States and China regarding further future trading conditions. We can call it as a trade conflict, and you know that ramifications of such kind of conflict really at the moment is looking really very hard for the financial markets. Such kind of currencies like Swiss or the Japanese yen continue to strengthen, but we should point out the fact that yesterday the People's Bank of China tried to stabilize the market, taking Chinese yuan just below the crucially important level of 7 against the United States currency. That's of course provoked some profit taking in the such types of currencies like Japanese yen, for example, or the Swiss. Japanese yen, of course, it was just below 106 this morning during the Asian session, but yesterday we saw it even above the 107, and that's, as you remember, gave us a chance to enter fresh short position in the dollar yen. At the moment we still keep it at 106.75. We are ready to add to existing position because we continue to suggest that overall the situation for the global economy, the situation with trading conditions between United States and China should continue to be quite dangerous and quite unpredictable and uncertain, and that should continue to support such kind of currencies like Japanese yen or Swiss franc. As regarding today, let's see the situation with the euro dollar. Euro dollar yesterday plummeted to the level 111. The low was just a moment 111.68, roughly 68. Now it's trading just above a 112, and here it is immediate kind of uptrend line, and in case of breaking and closing below that level, we could once again to test the so-called important barrier 111.65. Breaking below that level should, from technical point of view, should take the pair further to the downside, and this could provoke even a retest of last week lows that was printed around 110.25. But we continue to suggest that in current conditions the United States dollar also should trade on the weaker side, and that should roughly support such kind of currency like euro dollar, despite of the internal problem of the European economy, for example. As regarding some other aspects, of course, the UK currency at the moment has its own problems with Brexit, and that's despite probably better than expected economic indicators of the UK economy continue to put the UK currency under addition selling pressure. Here, from a short-term point of view, only break above 22.50 could slightly improve the bullish perspectives of the currency. At the same time, break below 120.80 should open the door for testing of important psychological barrier of 120. Dollar Swiss. Here we continue to suggest that any rebound closer to the level of 98 should give you an opportunity to enter fresh short positions in current risky, unfriendly environment, so-called risk aversion situation. You can put really close tighten stop loss just above 98.05. For example, if you enter fresh positions around the level of 97.90, where lies at the moment where lies the nearest resistance barrier for the currency. As regarding euro crosses, let's take a look through these types of currencies where we continue to have a short position in the euro yen as well as short position in the euro Swiss, but that's because of a rising risk aversion situation that should take these types of currency under the pressure. As regarding under the downside pressure, as regarding the euro sterling, here we are very close to the so-called downtrend line located at 92.64. Break above that level should take the pair probably not far from the highs printed in August 2017, the highs of 93.06. We will use such kind of opportunity of probably retesting of that level to sell the currency at 92.90 with a stop above aforementioned highs. As regarding the overall trend, of course, it's bullish at the moment, quite bullish because of political problems, because of Brexit problems, and here we continue to suggest that any kind of selling efforts closer to immediate kind of uptrend line, probably not immediate, let's say a short to medium term one located at 89.60 should give you an opportunity to enter fresh long position. Fast reliable support in the euro sterling at the moment is at 90.50. We will use an opportunity of a possible plunge of the currency closer to that level to enter fresh long positions. So we at the moment here with the euro sterling we are try to be more or less flexible. As regarding euro ruble of course, like some other commodity types of currencies, looking quite weak at the moment, and that should continue support the euro ruble. And after the test of important and psychological important barrier of 70, now the pair is 3 big figures away from that level. We continue to suggest that closing above a moving average 200 daily line in the euro ruble at the moment located at 73.84 roughly should continue to give another support to the currency, and in that case from medium to longer term point of view we even can test at the level of 76.30 where lies longer term downtrend line. As regarding commodity block of currencies, here it is. You know that New Zealand, Royal Bank of New Zealand this night made a kind of surprise attack against the sluggishness in the domestic economy, against lowering inflation expectations and global economic instability by lowering its benchmark interest rate not but expected by expected a quarter point but by half point, and that's probably the most important news at the moment. That's why Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar is looking quite negative at the moment. Anyway, we rebought the Australian dollar at 67 level, putting the stop just below the lows of this trading session located at 66.76. We put a stop just below 66.75. Probably in case of turning in the risk sentiment, probably in that case Australian dollar could rebound a little bit fast. Reliable resistance located at 68 with the next one at 68.50. As regarding the New Zealand dollar, here we prefer to stand aside after a dramatic plunge in the benchmark interest rate. Probably it's time to have a pause in this type of currency, looking how the situation will evolve in the foreseeable future. Canadian dollar, if you look at the daily chart, trying to close above two important economic indicators, 100 and 200 moving averages. Both of them located just around 133 or 133.05. Break and final closing above that level on the daily basis should further deteriorate the bearish perspectives of the currency. This type of down trend we witnessed just a couple of weeks ago, and probably in that case we could even move back to the highs of 34.50, where lies longer term downtrend line in the currency. Exotics. Here we don't have any kind of positions. You are really very free to make what you want, but again the situation is against probably just Turkish lira at the moment, looking especially buoyant, and that's because of internal situation. You know that the market suggests at the moment that the new governor of the Turkish central bank could really improve the longer term prospects of the Turkish lira. You know that it's a close ally of the current President Erdogan. So here the situation is really a little bit different comparing to other types of emerging markets. For example, South African rand is looking at the moment quite weak, and break above the 15 level could take the currency even higher. As regarding Swedish crown at the moment follows the euro. In case of euro's further rebound, in case of closing above 112.50 in the euro dollar SEK even here could improve its bearish perspectives. Look, at the moment there is an important support barrier located at 9.55 with another one located at 9.50. Break and closing below 9.55 should take the Swedish crown to the level of 9.50 and even 9.40 in the nearest future. Bitcoin, here the situation is really very interesting. We can, by the way, draw a kind of interesting, let's first of all make this one, excuse me, interesting immediate kind of downtrend line at the moment located around 112. So all in all, 200 is an important kind of a resistance at the moment, and break above that level from technical perspectives should take the pair back to the important longer term resistance barrier located between 13 and 14,000. Thank you for all of you, our dear subscribers. We will be back to you tomorrow in our Russian version.